where we're about to embark on a treasure hunt that could transform the loose change you handle every single day into life-altering wealth. And today we're starting with a coin that has legendary status among serious collectors, the 1882 $1. A piece that looks completely ordinary to untrained eyes yet holds secrets that have made grown adults weep with joy in auction houses across America. So let me paint you a picture. You're at your grandmother's house helping clean out her attic. You find an old coffee tin filled with coins she saved from her father's general store. You spot this 1882 silver dollar mixed in with common dates. You almost toss it back, almost, but something makes you pause. That hesitation, that split-second decision, could be worth more than most people earn in their entire lifetime, because collectors have paid up to $227 million for specimens of this coin. Yes, you heard that correctly, not thousands, not millions in the abstract sense, but documented auction sales that would purchase multiple luxury estates. And here's where your heart starts racing, because I'm about to show you exactly what separates the fortune from the forgettable. The year 1882 fell during one of the most turbulent periods in American monetary history. The Coinage Act of 1873 had demonetized silver, creating massive political controversy. The Bland-Allison Act of 1878 forced the government to purchase enormous quantities of silver and convert it into dollars, and by 1882, the Philadelphia Mint was operating at fever pitch, striking over 11 million Morgan dollars that year alone. But within those millions lay variations that would become numismatic holy grails. Now, before we dive deeper, if you're enjoying this treasure hunt, smash that subscribe button so you never miss a fortune. And stick around, because the next coin we're covering has an even more unbelievable story. But here's what makes this even more valuable. The 1882 Morgan dollar exists in several mint mark variations. Philadelphia issues with no mint mark, those struck at Carson City bearing the coveted CC mark, and the extremely rare Overton varieties where dies clashed or were repunched, creating microscopic differences invisible to casual observers yet worth astronomical premiums. Carson City dollars from 1882 are particularly prized because that Nevada mint operated only sporadically, producing limited quantities with distinctive toning patterns from desert storage conditions. Wait until you hear what happened next. In 2013, a Montana family discovered their ancestors' 1882 CC dollar in a leather saddlebag, graded MS 67 by PCGS. It sold for a price that allowed them to pay off 3 generations of accumulated debt. And the real shock comes when you learn that same coin in AU condition, about uncirculated, might fetch only a few $100s. The grading differential is that dramatic, jolly moment here. Can you imagine calling in sick to work because you're too busy becoming a millionaire from something that was literally sitting in a saddlebag with old spurs? But here's where it gets really interesting. Professional grading services like PCGS and NGC employ 70-point scales where MS 60 represents the threshold of mint state, yet MS 67 represents museum-quality perfection with full original luster, sharply struck details, and absolutely no contact marks visible. Under 10 power magnification, drop a like if you're checking your coins after this video, and subscribe for more hidden treasures. But hold on, because the next coin we're revealing has a twist you've never heard before. The $1,882 also presents fascinating authentication challenges because Chinese counterfeits have flooded the market, sophisticated fakes with correct weight and dimensions but wrong metallic composition, meaning your potential fortune requires expert verification. However, don't let that discourage you. Genuine discoveries still occur monthly at regional coin shows where dealers purchase collections without examining every piece. And here's the insider knowledge that separates winners from dreamers. Focus on strike characteristics. Genuine Morgan dollars exhibit sharp hair details on Liberty's profile and distinct eagle feathers, while counterfeits often show softness in these high-relief areas, the mint luster, that cartwheel rotation of light across the surface, cannot be replicated artificially, and toning patterns develop organically over decades, creating rainbow hues that chemical fakes cannot duplicate. You could be the lucky one who finds the next major discovery. Collectors are literally hunting these right now at estate sales and garage sales across the country. The market dynamics are absolutely explosive, with certified populations showing fewer than 20 ms. 67 examples known for the 1882cc variety, creating scarcity that drives aggressive bidding at major auctions, heritage auctions, and Stack's Bowers regularly feature these in their Platinum Night sessions where seven-figure sales barely raise eyebrows anymore. But what about you, the everyday person with possible access to these treasures? Here's your action plan. Examine any $1,882 for mint marks. No mark means Philadelphia, CC means Carson City, O means New Orleans, S means San Francisco. Check the reverse eagle's breast feathers, count them. Genuine coins show distinct separation. Store potentially valuable pieces in archival flips, avoiding PVC plastics that cause damage. And most critically, never clean a coin. Cleaning destroys value permanently. Professional conservation differs from cleaning and should only be attempted by NCS or equivalent specialists. Wait until you see what's next. That coin story will absolutely blow your mind. The emotional resonance of these discoveries cannot be overstated. Families have funded college educations, started businesses, achieved financial independence, all from recognizing what others overlooked. The 1882 Morgan dollar represents American history in tangible form. Each piece circulated through an era of rapid industrialization, Western expansion, and social transformation. Holding one connects you to passengers on steam locomotives, settlers in sod houses, merchants in frontier towns, and that historical significance amplifies collector demand exponentially. Modern investors increasingly view rare coins as alternative assets, portfolio diversifiers with proven appreciation trajectories spanning generations. Unlike speculative cryptocurrencies or volatile equities, trophy coins have century-long price histories demonstrating consistent growth, particularly for finest known specimens. So whether you're motivated by profit, history, or the sheer thrill of discovery, the $1,882 offers multiple pathways to satisfaction. This is why I love coins. You're holding American history. That might also be holding your financial future, so check your collections, examine your inheritance, visit that local dealer with fresh eyes, and remember, the next person to make a life-changing discovery is simply the one who bothered to look. Because fortune absolutely favors the informed, and you just became significantly more informed. But don't go anywhere. The upcoming coin has a secret that changes everything. Next, 1883 $1, the coin that destroyed a marriage, saved a church, and created a collecting legend that still echoes through auction houses today. Because this is the story of how one specific date from one specific mint can mean the difference between a quarter's worth of silver and generational wealth that would make royalty jealous. And it all starts with a mistake, not your mistake, but the United States Mint's mistake, an error so subtle that it went unnoticed for decades, hiding in plain sight while millions of ordinary Americans spent these dollars on groceries and train tickets and patent medicines, completely unaware that some among them carried a secret worth more than the combined annual incomes of entire small towns. Collectors have paid up to $215 million for the finest examples, And I'm about to reveal exactly what desperation, incompetence, and pure numismatic luck created this phenomenon, because 1883 was supposed to be routine, another year of Morgan dollar production, another 11 million pieces from Philadelphia, another 3 million from Carson City, but fate intervened in ways that still baffle historians. The Carson City Mint in particular struggled that year. Equipment failures, personnel turnover, and political pressure to increase output combined to create circumstances where quality control essentially collapsed. And in that chaos, varieties emerged that would become the obsession of generations. Now let me tell you about the divorce dollar, a name coin dealers whisper with equal parts reverence and amusement, because in 1962, a Nevada man discovered his wife had spent their entire savings on gambling debts. He was packing to leave her forever when he found his grandfather's coin collection in a closet. Among common dates sat an 1883 CC dollar with peculiar die cracks around the eagle's wings, properly attributed as VAM3, top 100 variety, that single coin, sold to finance their reconciliation. Counseling and debt repayment became the foundation of their eventual comfortable retirement. And here's what makes this even more valuable. The 1883 Carson City issues present unique challenges because the mint operated under constraints that created distinctive characteristics. The CC mint mark placement varies significantly, some high, some low, some tilted, each variation catalogued by Van Allen Malice attribution numbers that dedicated specialists memorize like sacred texts. The silver bullion feeding these presses came directly from the Comstock lode, the richest silver discovery in American history, meaning these coins contain metal that fundamentally shaped the American West. Before we continue, tap that subscribe button. This channel could literally change your financial future. And keep watching because the next one has sold for amounts that seem impossible, but wait, there's more. Because 1883 also produced the legendary Micro O variety, where a New Orleans mint mark was punched using a tiny letter punch intended for quarter dollars, creating a visual discrepancy so slight that it was overlooked until the 1960s, yet so significant that specimens trade for enormous premiums. Imagine owning a coin that experts themselves failed to identify for 80 years. That level of obscurity both protected surviving specimens and created the thrill of discovery that drives our hobby. Jolly moment here. Can you imagine explaining to your skeptical spouse that you're not crazy for examining every silver dollar with a magnifying glass? You're doing important financial research that could pay for their dream car. The grading landscape for $1,883 is particularly fascinating because Carson City pieces show distinctive bag marks, contact damage from storage in mint bags, meaning truly pristine examples are exponentially rarer than their Philadelphia counterparts. An MS-65 Philadelphia dollar might represent nice quality, the same grade from Carson City approaches finest known status. Hit that like button if this coin shocked you, and share this with anyone who handles pocket change. The authentication markers for 1883 CC dollars include specific die polish lines in Liberty's hair, radial striations in the fields, and distinctive rim denticles that counterfeiters consistently fail to replicate accurately. Professional grading population reports show shocking scarcity at the gem level. PCGS has certified fewer than 50 MS-66 examples across all 1,883 varieties combined, creating mathematical certainty of continued price appreciation as collector demand grows globally. But here's where it gets really interesting. The $1,883 connects directly to the most colorful period of Nevada history. The Comstock's immense production had begun declining by this date, the bonanza years fading into memory. making these among the final coins struck from truly legendary ore. That historical resonance amplifies emotional attachment for collectors who value narrative as much as numerical rarity. Chinese counterfeiters have targeted this date particularly aggressively, producing transfer dies, copied from genuine coins that capture design elements accurately but fail on weight and metallic composition. Specific gravity testing remains the definitive authentication method, with genuine Morgan dollars measuring 10.34 grams per cubic centimeter, significantly higher than silver-plated base metal fakes. Slam that like button and subscribe, because we're about to reveal something even more incredible. The market trajectory for finest known 1883 varieties has been extraordinary, with major rarities appreciating over 1,000% across 2 decades, outpacing virtually every conventional investment category. Wealthy collectors increasingly view trophy coins as status symbols comparable to fine art, creating demand from entirely new buyer demographics beyond traditional numismatists. Discovery stories continue. Emerging, a 2019 Arizona estate sale yielded an original mint bag of 1883 CC dollars, opened after 40 years of storage. The finest pieces from that hoard individually graded and sold for collective proceeds exceeding $2 million, enough to transform the deceased's grandchildren's educational opportunities. This is why I love coins. You're literally holding potential that nobody else recognizes. The VAM variety collecting community has identified over 20 distinct die pairings for 1883 alone, each with subtle differences in date placement, mint mark orientation, and die state progression, creating infinite complexity for dedicated specialists. Yet even beginners can participate by learning basic attribution skills, matching their coins to illustrated guides, discovering that their common date carries premium variety status. The emotional satisfaction of such discovery cannot be purchased, only earned through curiosity and attention. As we reach our grand finale consideration, remember that numismatics rewards patience, education, and informed action. The 1883 Morgan dollar exemplifies how American monetary history, technological limitation, and human circumstance combine to create treasures hiding in forgotten drawers. So examine those inherited collections, inspect those dealer cases with new knowledge, attend those estate sales with confidence. Because the person who finds the next remarkable 1883 variety is simply whoever bothers to look carefully enough, and that person could absolutely be you. So subscribe to the Hidden Coin Hunter right now, because every video we publish brings you closer to discoveries that could transform your financial reality. Like this video if you learned something shocking, share it with everyone you know who might have old coins, and comment below telling us what year coins you're searching for right now, because this community hunts together, celebrates together, and gets wealthy together. So until our next treasure hunt, keep looking closely, because fortune favors the informed, and you are now magnificently informed.